Welcome to Battle of the Brains, Boys versus Girls, with your hosts, Becca and Ryan, and sometimes Dave. How's it going, everybody? I'm Ryan.
I'm Becca.
And today is, I believe, day 17 of our alphabet build competition. It's kind of crazy. It's been so long. It's kind of nuts. It should be day 17. She's counting over here.
Yep.
17. So thank you guys all for joining us today, live right now or later as you guys are able to watch these. We've got some things for you today. First off, we just got finished up wrapping up our Mox in Motion episode 3 from earlier at 2 o'clock today. So you guys get a chance to check out some cool little mechanics, some gears. If you're trying to make some forklifts and stuff like that as well for your motion builds, make sure you guys check out episode 3. Dave and Joe did a really good job kind of explaining some of those really kind of simple steering mechanics and stuff like that too, that I think a lot of you are going to want to jump in on. Secondly, we of course have our winner from yesterday, which was our micro scale builds.
Yep.
So we will get that up for you as well. I do want to say congratulations to Keller Hammer takes the win for the boys team by 5 votes. It was a 5-vote difference from the boys to the girls. So congratulations to Keller. He takes the win home for the boys team. And that, of course, means we've got to update our scoreboard. And what's the scoreboard today, Becca? What is it? You get a point? You get a point? Where's it at? Bing! There it is! 8-7. The boys take the lead for the first time in the contest. So congratulations, gentlemen. Hey, this is your first lead. Hopefully you can stick and hold on to it for a little while because those girls are feisty and they're going to come after it. So you guys gotta be ready for it. Becca's not pleased today. She's like, come on, girls, they wanted you to win.
Yeah. I'm doing good this whole time.
I also just realized that I am muted. That was awesome. Oops.
This whole time?
Yep. So anyway, yes, Keller Hammer, congratulations. You are the winner for the boys team. Boys are up 8-7. I do apologize for my being muted earlier.
Nice.
There's too many things going on at once. I had it muted from the earlier stream. Got to do it separately next time. Dave's cracking up over here. So congratulations to the boys for taking that win. We're very excited that the boys finally got their first win in today. So that's awesome. And make sure you guys check out, as I was trying to say earlier, make sure you guys check out our Mox in Motion episode 3.
Is it that funny?
Earlier with Dave and Joe. They went over a lot of different awesome builds. If you're trying to do a cool little steering build or forklift kind of mechanism. And of course, make sure you guys join us for our episode 4 next Tuesday at 1:30, where it's going to be a little bit longer of a stream, but that way you guys can answer questions and stuff from you at home, and you guys can hopefully hop on with us and kind of show off what you're doing. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, sorry about being muted earlier. Dave thinks it's hysterical. But it's a lot of stuff that we have to deal with over here, so we're trying to make sure that we get it to you. At least I noticed it, and it didn't stay muted the entire time because that would have been terrible.
Well, I'm mad there were like 3 people watching and nobody said anything.
Yeah, it's all good. We're good.
That's funny.
So of course that means that next up, now that the boys have won, that we need to show you guys our new builds, new applications and stuff that were sent in for our castles. So we're going to get those guys pulled up here for you full screen. And we're just going to go through these because most of them were just called castles. So we're just going to call this castle number 1. Nice white castle with a full bridge. A little princess on top from Lego Movie 2 with, of course, you've got Emmett and Rex hanging out up there on the top line. Looks like there's actually a little window for the princess to come out of. Next up, we've got castle number 2 with a giant red and black dragon, catapult, nice little walls, using the blue and gold classic castle style theme, with, of course, the red and black knights trying to invade out front. Next up, we've got castle number 3, which seems to be more of a micro scale castle, with a little drawbridge down here at the bottom. Next up, we have Castle Burglars. This was a pretty different version of a build where they've got some people trying to sneak in using some rope, and then there's also another guy hanging out in the dungeon on the other side. It's a colorful castle. Next up, we've got a castle gatehouse. So we've got, of course, our drawbridge out front, standard style drawbridge, but they did this really cool little technique here and brought these little arches out, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, some guards up top and people coming into the gate. So it's a nice little build. Here we've got the children's play castle, utilizing a lot of the, what do we call it, micro doll figs, Lego micro dolls from the new Disney storybook sets. So we've got a couple of the characters coming in here on a boat. And of course, we've got the Frozen Sisters, and I think that's supposed to be Ariel. Hanging out of the castle. Also, kind of a micro scale version, but they utilize these really cool cones and stuff at the top too. So, awesome job with that. Next up, we've got the Crazy Castle with just all sorts of stuff going on everywhere. Horses and bears and surfers and all sorts of things. Then we've got the Enchanted Castle, not to be confused with the amusement park. This one has a couple of the mini dolls in it, some swimming down here in the corner, a little boat going on in the back, some nice little turrets here, gate on the side, and of course, got to throw in some flowers and plant life as well. And looks like there's a little, I think that's a dog. It's hard to tell what that is.
Yes.
It's kind of hiding in the shadow. Hanging out in the front entry door. Then we've got the Harley Castle, which is a nice little bridge here, a little door, and of course some castle turrets on the back, and nice little bridge across the river here. So those are our 9 builds for today. We only had 9. So quite a bit different than some of our other ones where we've had, 15, 20, depending. I was kind of hoping there would be more builds today, but I'm okay with it. It was kind of a weird build. I was kind of hoping to see at least some like 4-sided wall castles, and a lot more drawbridges. I would think that it's kind of like the staple of most castles is almost every castle's got to have a drawbridge, right? So if you thought of a castle, if you were to design a castle, what would it look like? If you were to think of like a dream castle, what would it look like? And if you say the Disney castle, I'm just gonna have to hurt you. Not on camera, of course.
I was gonna say the Beauty and the Beast castle. So
okay. Well, it's not the castle, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's understandable. So of course that means it is time for us, as Samantha was just asking, to let you know what our next build is going to be. So of course we just announced our finalist for the micro builds. So the boys took the win, which brought them up to 8-7. So it's the boys' first lead in the competition. Then we just showed off all of the castle builds that we're going to be posting the finalists for today. And then Becca has today's new build for you. What's the build going to be for today, Becca?
Today's new build
Stick it to 'em.
is Harry Potter.
Dun, dun, dun. So what are you looking for out of this Harry Potter build?
Well, I know a lot of people probably aren't going to have the figures, so if you get them as close as you can, that would be great.
Okay.
But
So of course, if you're going to build Ron, he should probably have red hair of some sort, or orange hair,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think I kind of want to see like their own take on like certain scenes, like what they would do instead of like what actually happened.
Okay.
I think that would be
So
cool.
getting some creative outlets for it, like maybe the futuristic Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like Harry Potter's flying a speeder bike from Star Wars. I'm just kidding.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Becca doesn't like Star Wars. She'll at least not yet. We have to change her mind on that one. We have to convince her to. You will like Star Wars. You will like Star Wars. So of course today's topic is Harry Potter. So try to get creative with it, as Becca said. You looking for main characters? You're looking for kind of anything? Did you read the books or did you just watch the movies? Because you're a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to show them what your little tat there.
Oh yeah, because I got the little Deathly Hallows symbol with green because I got sorted into Slytherin, unfortunately.
From the good old Pottermore website.
Yes. I've watched the movies a few times
Mhm.
now. I'm actually in the middle of rewatching them right now. And I'm starting the books right now, but I haven't gotten very far.
Which is your favorite movie so far? Have you watched all the movies once before? Like you went through the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay, so which is your favorite one?
I like Prisoner of Azkaban,
Yes.
but my mom says it's the worst movie.
What?
She said reading the books and then going to watch the movies.
Oh, so she didn't
Azkaban.
like how the movie translated from the book.
Yeah, she said
well,
Prisoner of Azkaban is the worst movie.
I think most people that have read either Star Wars books or Harry Potter or anything else, or even The Hobbit for that matter, when they get converted over to movie, they really don't like it as well because, of course, you're using your own imagination for the books.
Yeah, so I need to. I'm excited to get to the third book to see like why she doesn't like it.
I remember reading the third book, and there's.
You're muted, by the way. See, now Dave's talking, and he's got his thing off.
I forgot what I was going to say.
There you go.
Battery's dead.
Now you're on.
No, the battery's dead.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah,
Right there. All right.
that's why.
So go ahead and turn it off. Wait a minute, so you can change those out. So today is going to be Harry Potter. We're going to be very interested to see what you guys build with that. I think that we should see some interesting takes on like the Quidditch match. I think that'd be different. Maybe something to do with like the room of requirement. Did I have that right? If you guys make like what your version of the room of requirement would be, that'd be kind of cool.
That's the movie I actually just watched last night.
Yeah, that's a good one.
No, it's not. Because I hate Professor Umbridge. I hate her.
Oh, we're not going to talk about Professor Umbridge. We can't even talk about that because then this is going to turn into an adult show really quick. But we're not going to go there. But yeah, she's not so nice. We're just going to leave it at that. She's a terrible, terrible person.
Hate her.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what comes out of that.
Yeah, I could definitely comment on that one.
As long as it's PG.
No, that's why I'm not commenting.
So we really hope that you guys build something really, really cool with Harry Potter. Like Becca said, you don't have to have the actual minifigs or anything else for it. Just get creative with it. It could be anything from any of the movies, from the books, anything that you can come up with in your head and get creative rights with, I guess. Let's see. Do you have any other ideas that you could throw out at them to build?
Go to see a wand battle.
You could do kind of a crazy wand battle. Get some little fire elements and some magical spells flying around. Some Expelliarmuses.
I think it'd be cool to see somebody make the Dark Forest.
Ooh, nice. Maybe throw some Shelob action and some stuff in there too. Get some spiders and some giants and some stuff, some creepy things that live in the Dark Forest.
Yep.
Or maybe the graveyard scene. That'd be kind of cool if you expand on like your graveyard scene. She's like, oh, you don't want to tell about it.
Cedric deserved better.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it yet, and if you have,
I didn't say anything. I just said he deserved better.
If you haven't, why not?
Is it really a spoiler?
You should have seen it already.
Snape deserved better. Dumbledore deserved. Oh, jeez, I mean, we started.
So, of course, make sure you guys get those Harry Potter builds into us by 1:30 tomorrow for submissions, and then we will have our finalists up today for our castle builds by 5 o'clock. I'm actually probably going to do them a little bit sooner than that
You're
too.
doing a build that is based off of a scene, though. Make sure you put that in the email so that way we are aware. So that way we can see if it is accurate or not. Yes,
because Becca is going to be the head judge for this one. Basically, whatever Becca says goes.
Yeah.
If you are going to do an actual scene from the movie, especially, please let us know which movie it's from and what scene it's supposed to be.
Yes.
So we can double check it and take a look at it. which means I'll probably have to bring in the stuff too, just to double check. Bring in all the movies. We can have like a whole watch party here. And just a reminder to everybody too that when this contest is over, I believe it's the weekend of. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's going to be May 9th and 10th. After this whole thing is over, we are going to take a break from streams and everything else. So we're just going to take a weekend off, and then we're going to come back and announce and have some new streams. So since we have at least 2 new streams that are coming up, Becca, do you want to tell them about the first one?
Sure.
Okay. Let them know what's going on.
So I was kind of trying to think of something as well, again, to have us do since we're in quarantine, I guess. So I came up with the idea. It's not another competition. So sorry. But it's kind of like the Meet the Bam Fam kind of is what we're going to call it. And every day, each employee, so Ryan will be included on this, so will David.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to have a video to ourselves. We're going to have questions for everybody to answer.
Mm-hmm.
So like about us, so that way you guys can get to know more about us and everybody else that works here.
I think it's funny you smile and laugh every time I zoom in on you.
Because it's weird. But that we are also going to go live on, so that way you guys can ask us questions too, so that way you guys can get to know more about us, and if you've ever had any questions for us, you can ask us as well.
I've got a good question to ask Becca when her time comes up.
Oh boy.
So she's getting nervous now. But yeah, so we're going to have a new stream. It's going to be called Meet the Bam Fams, like it says right here. Every single one of us is going to have a day. There's 5 of us that, well, I guess 4 of us that work here, and then me that runs the place. I guess I work too.
What if we got your wife on too?
She's pretty busy right now. I'd have to ask her if she wants to do a bonus thing and see about that.
Right, she doesn't have to do it during that same week.
But we're going to start off with our part-timers here. So it's going to be, we're trying to figure out if it's going to be Riley and then Andrew, or Andrew then Riley, either way. And then Becca for sure is going to be on Wednesday. Dave is going to be on Thursday, and then I'm going to be on Friday. I will be the main person asking a lot of the questions for the week until Friday, in which Becca is going to switch teams with me, and Becca is going to be the one to ask me the questions. We are all going to come up with some questions for everybody, just so that everybody kind of gets to know a little bit about all of us. But then the team here is also going to come up with some additional questions to ask that specific person. And then, of course, like Becca said, we're going to leave it open for you guys to ask essentially whatever you want within reason of us here as well. So it could get pretty interesting. I'm pretty much an open book about whatever. So it'll get very interesting with questions and answers, I guess. And we'll see how that goes. But it's going to be a really good time to get to know all of us here a little more personally. About what we do with Lego or our personal lives or school or whatever. And
I think it'd be good if it wasn't like strictly related to us here. I would like it to be like outside of it too. So it's like, how are you? What's the difference between you here and you outside of here? Kind of ordeal.
Well, that's a good question, Dave, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna have to add that onto our list.
Well, that's why I kind of wanted to do this, so that way the people that come in that we see all the time, they know us at work. Well,
but you know what we really do.
Yeah. So it's just kind of so you guys can get to know more about us when you guys come in, so that way you're like, oh, hey, like I know you're really into this, so can you help me with this? And
Becca's really a goth metal singer, so you really don't know that. She's just...
not even close.
Not even close.
No.
She's a choir girl. La la la.
No.
Somewhere in between.
Singing is strictly for the shower. Like
Becca's choir girl.
So of course, yes, we'll have some new streams coming up. That is just one of them. We're going to have Dave announce the next one, the other new stream that we're going to be doing tomorrow
I want to
on
tell
the
him,
other show.
the actual name of it. I kind of feel like I should hold that.
You want to wait?
I'll tell them what it generally is about, but I don't know if I want to reveal the name just yet.
Okay, we'll talk. We'll talk later, and then we'll see when you want to announce it, and then we'll get to it at that point. But there is going to be another stream for sure coming. We've got two of them, 2 little shows coming. So Becca's is going to be a 1-week special, so it's Monday through Friday, and then we're done. It's just going to be a whole Q&A, get to know us kind of thing. And then the following week is going to be a new one that Dave's going to be starting here and be the star of. And it's gonna be pretty funny. Hopefully, you guys going to get some good laughs out of it. And we do also have 2 other ideas that we're going to be kind of floating around here as well. So one of them is going to possibly involve some more people, hopefully. And that one I think is going to get a lot of people involved. So I'm really hoping that one gets to be pretty popular here. So in another note, of course, make sure you check out our upcoming Cyber Fun Day number 4. Is coming up on Saturday from 5 to 7. We're going to be having a bunch of different minifigures, base plates, new sets, used sets, certified sets, and all sorts of stuff available for purchase right here through Facebook and YouTube. All you have to do is claim it on here and then pay for it over the phone. It's a very simple process. We've sold at least 10 or 12 lots of stuff every week so far, and it's been pretty good for us too. So, and of course, we're still getting calls thinking that people just assuming we're open. We are not physically open. If you guys are watching us at home, you do need to make special arrangements via phone or online order to place an order for items, and then we will bring it out to your car via curbside pickup. So we are not open until the governor says we can be open. But I heard a little bit that we might open up a little sooner. Is that what you were saying earlier too, Dave?
Not necessarily. I mean, they are working on a few ways for everybody to be more safe when more things start opening, certain guidelines you have to follow. So given how things are progressing, we could see more places open towards the second week of May. But if they do open, they're going to be strict on how many people come in, mask wearing, gloves, whatever it may be for the guidelines. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in the next few weeks.
Okay, yeah. So if the governor does let us open up early, of course, then we'll open up. And in the meantime, we're just going to be doing work here, trying to get everything set up, cleaned up, and everything else, get it all ready back for when we are hopefully able to open, at least right now until in June 1st. But we're going to try to get this whole room re-straightened out again. Of course, you can see there's some stuff behind us here, and there's actually stuff everywhere. So we're going to get it all cleaned up and then back to normal operating procedures, sort of. Reach out to a lot of our birthday parties and stuff that have booked with us already, as many of those, of course, had to be pushed back as well. And in the meantime, there is also a lot of new Lego sets that are coming out the rest of the 2020 season here. Some that are coming out June 1st, July 1st, August 1st, September 1st, pretty much all the way through the rest of the month of the year. And we are working with our distributor in Lego to see when and if we are going to get those. We are trying our hardest to get as much information for you guys as possible, but most of the information we get is going to be at least 3 or 4 weeks out before it is actually going to come out too. So, unfortunately, we won't know if we're going to get the Super Mario line until July, kind of a thing. So, and hopefully, speaking of July, hopefully there's still a 4th, because that would be really sad if we couldn't celebrate 4th of July.
Oh, I'm celebrating 4th of July.
I mean, semi-publicly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be out.
Probably not.
Becca's not thinking so. She's like, whoa.
Well, just thinking about it, you're not allowed to go to stores unless you wear a mask.
Yep.
Everything,
starting tomorrow, by the way.
Concerts and everything are already canceled. So why are they going to have events for 4th of July? They're
That's a good
probably
point.
not. They're
That's a good point.
Do it at your house.
They're gonna do some leg thing, and then they're just gonna have it on TV and say, "Hey, you can watch it from TV."
Probably.
But yeah, they actually had a good reminder. Starting tomorrow, May 1st, it is going to be a requirement now to wear a face mask or covering in public if you cannot maintain your 6-foot distance, and that is also requiring you to do so in stores. I actually went to our local Walmart over here yesterday, and at least about 98% of everybody had their masks on already. Just be leery that if you do not have a mask now, you must get one very, very, very soon if you plan on going anywhere in the public, because you might get a fine, might get kicked out, or might even get arrested depending on what municipality and stuff you're in. So Illinois is definitely cracking down on that. We'll see how that goes, but we've got our masks here, so yay for us. Of course, if you guys need anything else, let us know. And if you need to stop by and to pick something up and need to look around or want to look around, please also have your mask on you as well. So we just want to make sure everybody's still staying healthy over here, and so we can give you guys all this awesome content and keep you guys entertained for your time out of work and school. So anything else at all, guys?
No, I think we're good.
Pretty easy, pretty simple today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so make sure you guys are staying safe. Make sure you guys follow those rules for tomorrow with the masks. And of course, if you guys are doing any gas pumping at all, which is probably for me, it's one of the scariest places because they're all plastic and metal handles and stuff, so you don't really know who's been touching it that day. You can always grab one of those little window wipes off the side there and use that to hold the gas pump. At least it's something. So make sure you guys check it out. Make sure you guys get those Harry Potter builds into us by 1:30. Check out our Cyber Fun Day event on Saturday from 5 to 7. And then be ready for our new stream, Meet the Bam Fam, that Becca came up with as well. So she's got 2 shows going on now. she's like her own little writer. So that's going to be coming up May 11th through the 15th, which is Monday through Friday, right after our weekend off, after this whole thing is done. But if you are doing that motion build, or going to be trying to do that motion build on the day 21 of ours, so we got 4 more days left, which I believe is going to be May 4th, right? Yeah, May 4th. Make sure you guys check out our Mox in Motion segments so you guys can get familiarized with what pieces are, what you can do with them, and then come up with an idea of what you want to build. So that way on Tuesday at 1:30, when we go live with our episode 4, that you can hop on with us and ask those questions and see what's going on with your builds and why they're not working if they aren't. So, yeah. Okay, I think that's it. All right. So if you guys need anything else at all, feel free to give us a call over here. Phone number here is 815-582-4220. You can also check out our e-store, which is going to be, we're going to be adding more and more stuff to it. We've got our base plates that we're going to be adding soon. We've got over, I think, 27 different colors of base plates that we're going to be adding. We've got minifigures that we're going to be adding on there, and we also have our used and certified sets that we're going to be adding on there as well. So lots of new stuff that's going to be populating that website. There's already quite a bit on there. But we're going to be adding more and more. And then we also have our new load of stuff coming here shortly as well, too. So we're going to have a lot of new stuff coming back in. The Star Wars helmets will be back in, and we'll finally get the Wonder Woman 1984 set in as well. So that'd be cool. And I know Dave's already got his. And have you built it yet, Dave?
No, because I don't have a place for it.
Not yet? Okay. So anyway, we will see you guys tomorrow at 3:30. Make sure you guys are staying healthy and staying building over there. We don't want any idle hands. Idle hands lead to bad things, right? Isn't that? It's a good movie. So we will see you guys tomorrow at 3:30. And then again, we will be having our Cyber Fun Day event on Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Central Time if you are watching us from another time zone. So be sure to check us out. And, of course, vote on those finalists tonight for the castle. We want to see as many votes as we can. It's going to be up on Facebook and Instagram. So you can vote on both on multiple accounts if you wish. So. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else? No, we're good.
No, we're good.
All right. So from us here to you at home, stay healthy, have fun building, get creative. And we want to see those Harry Potter builds.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.